Uhul. Eu já joguei de mago no Dragon Age Inquisition, mas agora eu vou jogar de arqueiro, upando normal. Agora eu vou criar o meu Inquisitor. Ah, deixa eu ver qual é menos pior. Tá, isso aqui. Sim, tá bom. Não sei. O problema do jogo é que tem pouca opção de cabelo. Pouquíssima. Olha, tem pouquíssima. Eu vou pôr esse aqui mesmo, que é o mais basicão. Agora a cor. Deixa eu ver. Vou pôr esse aqui, não. Eu vou preto.
Everything you've heard? Completely true.
Não. Tá bom assim. Vai, olhos. O formato tá bom. Agora o tamanho, deixa eu ver. Um pouquinho menor. A posição tá boa. Estilo de sobrancelha, vamos ver que tipo de sobrancelha tem. Misericórdia. Vamos pôr padrãozinha melhor. Ah tá, eu não lembro qual era o padrão. Era essa? Eu acho que era, enfim. Ok, assim. Estilo de sobrancelha. Eu não tô enxergando muito, mas tudo bem, eu sou meio cega. Ó, ó, assim ficou da hora. Cor da isa interna. Deixa assim mesmo. Tá bom. Ah, tá ficando um gosto da hora. Ah, tá ficando legal. O rosto tá ficando bonitinho. Principalmente o formato da mandíbula. Opa. Engraçado que os elfos não tem opção de não tirar essas marcas aí no rosto, porque pelo que eu vi. Pelo que eu vi na história, quando você joga com elfo, na tradição, eles colocam essas marcas como se fossem dos dedos, uma coisa assim, eu não lembro. Menos possível. Aleluia, começou.
Tell me why we shouldn't kill you now. The Conclave is destroyed. Everyone who attended is dead. Except for you. Explain this.
I can't.
What do you mean you can't?
I don't know what that is, or how it got there.
You're lying!
We need her, Cassandra.
I don't understand.
Do you remember what happened? How this began?
I remember running. Things were chasing me, and then a woman?
A woman?
She reached out to me, but then...
Go to the forward camp, Liliana. I will take her to the rift.
What did happen?
It will be easier to show you.
Tem pouca opção de cabelo, mano.
We call it the Breach. It's a massive rift into the world of demons that grows larger with each passing hour. It's not the only such rift, just the largest. All were caused by the explosion at the Conclave.
An explosion can do that?
This one did. Unless we act, the breach may grow until it swallows the world. Each time the breach expands, your mark spreads, and it is killing you. It may be the key to stopping this, but there isn't much time.
You say it may be the key. To doing what?
Closing the breach. Whether that's possible is something we shall discover shortly. It is our only chance, however. And yours.
You still think I did this? To myself?
Not intentionally. Something clearly went wrong.
And if I'm not responsible?
Someone is. And you are our only suspect. You wish to prove your innocence? This is the only way.
I understand.
Then...
I'll do what I can. Whatever it takes.
They have
Duas
decided
pessoas, torei.
they need it. The people of Haven mourn our most holy, divine Justinia, head of the Chantry. The Conclave was hers. It was a chance for peace between mages and Templars. She brought their leaders together. Now they are dead. We lash out like the sky, but we must think beyond ourselves, as she did. Until the breach is sealed. There will be a trial. I can promise no more. Come. It is not far.
Where are you taking me?
Your mark must be tested on something smaller than the breach.
Maker, though the darkness comes upon me, I shall embrace the light. I shall weather the storm. I shall endure. What you have created, no one can take.
Open the gate. We are heading into the valley. Pulses are coming faster now. The larger the breach grows, the more rifts appear, the more demons we face.
How did I survive the blast?
They said you stepped out of a rift, then fell unconscious. They say a woman was in the rift behind you.
Mas é tudo bom.
Stay behind me!
Aí sim, o pau vai cantar agora. Primeira vez eu jogando de arqueiro. Primeira vez eu tinha jogado de mago, só que eu achei muito fraco jogar de mago no Dragon Age.
If you're going to lead me through a demon-infested valley, you'll have to trust me.
Give me one reason to trust you.
Because my life is on the line.
You're right. I cannot protect you. And I cannot expect you to be defenseless. I should remember you agreed to come willingly. Take these potions. Maker knows what we will face.
Where are all your soldiers?
At the forward camp, or fighting. We are on our own for now. There! Watch out! If we flank them, we may gain the advantage.
Aí sim. A história do Dragon Age Inquisition é muito boa. Também tem outras histórias do Dragon Age.
Up on the hill. It attacks from a distance.
Bugou.
We're getting close to the rift. You can hear the fighting.
Who's fighting?
You'll see soon. We must help them.
Very.
Before more come through!
What did you do?
I did nothing. The credit is yours.
You mean this?
Whatever magic opened the breach in the sky also placed that mark upon your hand. I theorized the mark might be able to close the rifts that have opened in the breach's wake. And it seems I was correct.
Meaning it could also close the breach itself.
Possibly. It seems you hold the key to our salvation.
Good to know. Here I thought we'd be ass deep in demons forever.
Adoro ele.
Varric Tethras, rogue, storyteller, and occasionally unwelcome tag-along.
That's a nice crossbow you have there.
Ah, isn't she? Bianca and I have been through a lot together.
You named your crossbow Bianca.
Of course. And she'll be great company in the valley.
Absolutely not. Your help is appreciated, Varric, but...
Have you been in the valley lately, Seeker? Your soldiers aren't in control anymore. You need me.
Nossa. Provocou.
My name is Solus, if there are to be introductions. I am pleased to see you still live.
He means I kept that mark from killing you while you slept.
You seem to know a great deal about it all.
Solus is an apostate, well-versed in such matters.
Fazendo carinho na minha cachorra.
Technically, all mages are now apostates, Cassandra. My travels have allowed me to learn much of the Fade, far beyond the experience of any circle mage. I came to offer whatever help I can give with the breach. If it is not closed, we are all doomed regardless of origin.
And what will you do once this is over?
One hopes those in power will remember who helped, and who did not. Cassandra, you should know, the magic involved here is unlike any I have seen. Your prisoner is no mage. Indeed, I find it difficult to imagine any mage having such power.
Understood. We must get to the forward camp quickly.
Well... Bianca's excited.
This way, down the bank. The road ahead is blocked.
We must move quickly.
Bicho vai.
Glad you brought me now, Seeker.
Eu não gostei dessa.
So, are you innocent?
I don't remember what happened.
That'll get you every time. Should have spun a story.
That's what you would have done.
It's more believable and less prone to result in premature execution.
Aí sim. Ai! Tá louco. Agora que o bicho tá tudo.
I hope Liliana made it through all this.
She's resourceful, Seeker.
We will see for ourselves at the forward camp. We're almost there.
Another rift!
We must seal it! Quickly!
They keep coming! Help us!
Hurry! Use the mark!
Sou muito poderosa.
rift is gone. Open the gate.
Right away, Lady Cassandra.
We are clear for the moment. Well done.
Whatever that thing on your hand is, it's useful.
I guess so.
We will do no such thing.
The prisoner must get to the Temple of Sacred Ashes. It is our only chance.
You have already caused enough trouble without resorting to the exercising privilege.
Revista cedo pra nada, mas tudo bem.
Enough! Ah, here they come.
You made it. Chancellor Roderick, this is...
I know who she is. As Grand Chancellor of the Chantry, I hereby order you to take this criminal to Val Royeaux to face execution.
Mas eu não fiz nada.
You are a glorified clerk. A bureaucrat.
Isso aí, Cassandra.
Thug, but a thug who supposedly serves the Chantry.
We
Razão.
serve the most holy, Chancellor. As you well know.
Justinia is dead. We must elect a replacement and obey her orders on the matter.
Isn't closing the breach the more pressing issue?
You brought this on us in the first place.
Eu não fiz nada.
Call a retreat, Seeker. Our position here
Mas
is
esse cara é muito
We
doente,
can
mano.
stop this before it's too late.
How? You won't survive long enough to reach the temple, even with all your soldiers.
We must get to the temple. It's the quickest route.
But not the safest. Our forces can charge as a distraction while we go through the mountains.
We lost contact with an entire squad on that path. It's too risky.
Listen to me.
Too risky.
Abandon this now, before more lives are lost.
How do you think we should proceed?
I say we charge. I won't survive long enough for your trial. Whatever happens, happens now.
Liliana, bring everyone left in the valley. Everyone.
On
Ah,
your
vou te dar
head
um
be the
soco.
consequences, Seeker.
Ah, não. Consequência é que eu vou ajudar todo mundo. Simples.
Be wary. Another fade rift.
How many rifts are there?
We must
Impossível.
seal it if we have to get past.
Quickly then!
Tava falando com o meu irmão.
As before. You are becoming quite proficient at this.
Let's hope
Yes.
it works on the big one.
Lady Cassandra, you managed to close the rift. Well done.
Do not congratulate me, Commander. This is the prisoners' doing.
Is it? I hope they're right about you. We've lost a lot of people getting you here.
I can't promise anything, but I'll try my best.
That's all we can ask. Way to the temple should be clear. Liliana will try to meet you there.
Then we'd best move quickly. Give us time, Commander.
Make her watch over you, for all our sakes.
Are you coming? Os caras pegando fogo.
The Temple of Sacred Ashes.
What's left of it?
That is where you...
Tá. Dá pra... Ok.
Out of fate, and our soldiers found you. They say a woman was in the rift behind you. No one knows who she was.
Era Justinha. Eu amo esse jogo.
Breach is a long way up.
You're here. Thank the Maker.
Liliana, have your men take up positions around the temple.
Ninguém comentou nada.
This is your chance to end this. Are you ready?
I'm assuming you have a plan to get me up there.
No. This rift was the first, and it is the key. Seal it, and perhaps we seal the breach.
Then let's find a way down. And be careful.
Now is the hour of our victory. Bring forth the sacrifice.
What are we hearing?
At a guess,
Preface.
the person who created the breach.
You know this stuff is red lyrium, Seeker.
I see it, Varric.
But what's it doing here?
Magic could have drawn on lyrium beneath the temple, corrupted it.
It's evil. Whatever you do, don't touch it.
The sacrifice still.
Os templários que usam, né, esses lírios.
What's going on here?
That was your voice. Most Holy called out to you, but...
What's going on here?
Run when you can! Want them!
We have an intruder. Slay the elf.
You were there! Who attacked? And the Divine, is she... Was this vision true? What are we seeing?
I don't remember.
Echoes of what happened here. The fade bleeds into this place. This rift is not sealed, but it is closed, albeit temporarily. I believe that with the mark, the rift can be opened, and then sealed properly and safely. However, opening the rift will likely attract attention from the other side.
That means demons! Stand ready!
Deu ruim.
Now! We must strip
Por
its
que o mago
defenses,
está?
wear it down. Quickly, disrupt the rift.
Cassandra passando mal.
Coming through the rift. Dead.
Nossa, passando mal, mano. Oh, morri.
Now, seal the rift. Do it.
O que eu tô fazendo? Com uma pressão.
didn't know you were awake, I swear.
Don't worry about it. I
beg your forgiveness and your blessing. I am but a humble servant. You are back in Haven, my
Tadinha.
lady. They say you saved us. The breach stopped growing, just like the mark on your hand.
Muitos elfos
It's all anyone has talked about for the
eram
last 3
servos,
days.
tadinhos.
So a trial happens now, I suppose.
I don't know anything about that. I'm certain Lady
Viu?
Cassandra would want to know you've
Morre de
waited.
medo.
She said, at once,
And where is she?
in the Chantry, with the Lord Chancellor. At once, she said.
Tadinho. Tá. Espero que alguém melhor que eu assuma o controle antes que o sobrevivente sucumba. Nota sobre o caso, primeiro dia. Pulso, respiração fraca, pulsação rápida. Sem reflexos, pupilas dilatadas. O mago diz que sua marca de cicatriz vibra com a magia desconhecida. Seria melhor chamarmos um templário pra cá, só para garantir. Deixa eu ver se tem algum item novo, sei lá, um arco melhor. Aí sim, consagrado. Eu sou ladrão, então eu já vou roubar. Voltei. Me ligaram me dando parabéns. Minha tia falou que não tava conseguindo comentar. Enfim. Bora.
That's her. That's the Herald of Andraste. They said when she came out of the Fade, Andraste herself was watching over her.
Hush. We shouldn't disturb her.
Na história, Andraste é tipo Jesus.
I believe Seeker Cassandra would like to speak with you.
Tá, tem que ir lá falar.
That's her. She stopped the breach from getting any bigger.
Tô famosa.
Close it entirely. Still, it's more than anyone else has done. Demons would have had us otherwise.
Sim, não reclama.
Chancellor Roderick says that their chantry wants nothing to do with us.
That isn't Chancellor Roderick's decision, sister.
Tá, não é necessário.
Gone completely mad. She should be taken to Val Royo immediately, to be tried by whomever becomes difficult. Chain her! I want her prepared for travel to the capital for trial.
Eu não fiz nada.
Disregard that.
Eu salvei todo mundo. Tá.
You walk
Homem
a
chato.
dangerous line, Seeker.
The breach is stable, but it is still a threat. I will not ignore it.
I did everything I could to close the breach. It almost killed me.
Yet you live. A convenient result insofar as you're concerned.
Have a care, Chancellor. The breach is not the only threat we face.
Someone was behind the explosion at the Conclave. Someone Most Holy did not expect. Perhaps they died with the others, or have allies who yet live.
I am a suspect?
You, and many others.
Adoro
Not
Liliana.
the prisoner.
I heard the voices in the temple. The Divine called to her for help.
So her survival, that thing on her hand, all a coincidence.
Providence. The Maker sent her to us in our darkest hour.
You really think your Maker would send someone like me?
The Maker does as he wills. It is not for me to say.
Eles não falam Deus. Eles falam Maker.
Humans are not the only people with an interest in the fate of the world.
The breach remains, and your mark is still our only hope of closing it.
This is not for you to decide.
You know what this is, Chancellor. A writ from the Divine, granting us the authority to act. As of this moment, I declare the Inquisition reborn. We will close the breach, we will find those responsible, and we will restore order, with or without your approval.
Eu amo a Cassandra. Mulherão. Eu amo a Cassandra.
This is the Divine's directive. Rebuild the Inquisition of old. Find those who will stand against the chaos. We aren't ready. We have no leader, no numbers. And now, no Chantry support.
But we have no choice. We must act now, with you at our side.
If you're truly trying to restore order...
That is the plan.
Help us fix this, before it's too late.
Eu amo a Cassandra. telling her. Mulherão. Olha que roupa da hora.
Do you think the mages will be able to seal the breach? I heard some speak.
If you're here to clean, Hess can get you a bucket and a broom. Anyone calls you knife here, come to me. Oh, you're her. Thrin, Inquisition Quartermaster. I'm doing what I can to supply this mess. If you find what I need to fill one of my requisitions, I'd appreciate you bringing it in.
Farewell.
Make her go with you.
These truths the Maker has revealed to me, as there is but one world, one life.
Thank you.
Look who's back from the dead. Again.
I don't recall meeting you before.
I'd be surprised if you did. You weren't particularly coherent. Someone had to patch you up after you staggered out of making those wear, though. So, you're welcome.
I didn't realize. Thank you.
Yeah, well, you can pay me back by fixing the world. Name's Adan. I'm in charge. Not that Seeker Pentagast seems to care whether we've got the supplies to actually do that.
Is there anything I can do to help out?
We're fine as far as raw labor goes. You've more important things to do than tend to me. I only wish I'd been able to find Master Tajin's notes. He died at the Conclave, and his notes weren't here. Been too busy dealing with the wounded to look for them.
How are your people holding up?
There's no shortage of work. That's for damn sure.
How do I go about having potions made?
Just take a look there and tell me what you'd like. Find a recipe for something better, I can make that too.
The chosen of Andraste, a blessed hero sent to save us all.
I've no interest in being a hero. All I want is to find a way to seal this breach.
Pragmatic, but ultimately irrelevant. I've journeyed deep into the Fade in ancient ruins and battlefields to see the dreams of lost civilizations. I've watched as hosts of spirits clash to reenact the bloody past in ancient wars both famous and forgotten. Every great war has its heroes. I'm just curious what kind you'll be.
What do you mean, ruins and battlefields?
Any building strong enough to withstand the rigors of time has a history. Every battlefield is steeped in death. Both attract spirits. They press against the veil, weakening the barrier between our worlds. When I dream in such places, I go deep into the Fade. I can find memories no other living being has ever seen.
You fall asleep in the middle of ancient ruins. Isn't that dangerous?
I do set wards. And if you leave food out for the giant spiders, they are usually content to live and let live.
I've never heard of anyone going so far into the Fade. That's extraordinary.
Thank you. It's not a common field of study for obvious reasons. Not so flashy as throwing fire or lightning. The thrill of finding remnants of a 1,000-year-old dream? I would not trade it for anything. I will stay there. At least until the breach has been closed.
Was that in doubt?
I am an apostate surrounded by Chantry forces in the middle of a mage rebellion. Cassandra has been accommodating, but you understand my caution.
You came here to help, Solus. I won't let them use that against you.
How would you stop them?
However I had to.
Thank you. But now let us hope either the mages or the Templars have the power to seal the breach.
Travou.
Closing the breach is our primary goal. But I hope we might also discover what was used to create it. Any artifact of such power is dangerous. The destruction of the Conclave proves that much.
You don't think whatever created the explosion was destroyed in the blast?
You survived, did you not? The artifact that created the breach is unlike anything seen in this age. I will not believe it destroyed until I see the shattered fragments with my own eyes.
We would do well to try to recover whatever created the breach.
Liliana's people have scoured the area near the blast and found nothing. Whatever the
Nossa,
artifact
como
was,
se da hora.
it is no longer there. In any case, did you need me for anything?
What do you know about the Fade?
A great deal from my wanderings. There are few hard facts, but I can share what I have learned.
I'd like to know more about the Veil.
Circle mages call it a barrier between this world and the Fade. But according to my studies in ancient elven lore, that is a vast oversimplification. Without it, imagine if spirits entered freely. The Fade was not a place one went, but a state of nature like the wind.
It sounds like it would be wonderful.
And dangerous. But yes, a world where imagination defines reality. Where spirits are as common as trees or grass. Instead, spirits are strange and fearful. And the Fade is a terrifying world touched only by mages and dreamers. I am glad that I'm not alone in seeing the beauty of such a world, along with the obvious peril.
I'd like to know more about the breach.
Simply put, it is a tear in the veil between this world and the Fade, allowing spirits to enter the world physically. Small tears occur naturally when magic weakens the veil, or when spirits cluster at an area that has seen many deaths. But your mark allows you to exert some control over the breach. That means it was created deliberately.
I'd like to know more about demons.
The Chantry says that demons, but such spirits wish to join the living. And a demon is that wish gone wrong.
Is there a way to coexist? To live with them? If not in peace, at least without such active confrontation.
Not in the world we know today. The veil creates a barrier that makes true understanding most unlikely. But the question is a good one, and it matters that you thought to ask.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye. What can I do for you?
I'd be interested in hearing your opinions on elven culture.
I thought you would be more interested in sharing your opinions of elven culture. You are Dalish, are you not?
My people come from the elves who refused to surrender when humans broke their treaty and destroyed the Dales.
Your keeper was not wrong about that, at least. We must mark the occasion of the Dalish remembering something correctly. Perhaps we should plant a tree.
You insult my people.
They insult themselves. Remember, I have walked the memories of the Fade. I have seen the history the Dalish imitate.
Fine, you think we're terrible. What about the alienages?
Why? What would it... It would only make him bitter.
Esse é chato, Solas.
Take a foolish risk and get himself killed.
You've decided his reaction for him.
Perhaps I have. If you have questions and believe the answers will help, ask.
What can you tell me about elves living in human cities?
The culture in alienages or among the slaves of Tevinter is like any of them. They cling to memories of a better past and practice a few rituals to distinguish themselves from humans.
Is elven magic different from the magic used by humans?
No and yes. Magic is magic, just as war. Much of it is more subtle. A legacy from when elves were immortal.
The legends of elven immortality. Did they use magic to increase their lifespan?
No. It was simply part of being elven. The subtle beauty of their magic was the effect, not the cause of their nature. Some spells took years to cast. Echoes would linger for centuries, harmonizing with new magic in an unending symphony. It must have been beautiful.
You said that the censure against blood magic was a superstition.
I did. It's fortunate Cassandra is not within earshot. Most modern cultures forbid, but as I've said, magic is magic. It matters only in how it is used.
To be honest, I don't see it as different from any other magic. It's a means to an end.
Indeed. The problem is that under the Chantry, blood magic is forbidden, while in Tevinter, magisters compete with each other instead of keeping their volatile friends in check. They
Tipo
always
maconha.
succeed to power, so they have never had the chance to learn another way.
Are all Dalish elves like my clan?
No. Your clan was unique in having enough interest in human affairs to send you to spy upon the Divine's meeting. As your clans have been separate for so long, they have all changed, adapting to the lands in which they live. Some are no more than bandits, others trade freely with humans, and some have disappeared entirely to the forests.
I'd like to know more about the elves from before our time.
The Dalish strive to remember Hallam Sharal, but Hallam Sharal was merely a fumbling attempt to recreate a forgotten land.
Arlathan.
Elvanan was the empire, and Arlathan its greatest city. Place of magic and beauty, lost to time.
You've studied ancient elves. What else do you know of Arlathan?
We hear stories of them living in trees, and imagine wooden ramps or Dalish Erebels. Imagine instead spires of crystal twining through the branches, palaces floating among the clouds. Imagine beings who lived forever, for whom magic was as natural as breathing. That is what was lost.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
What can I do for you?
What can I do for you? Tell me more about you.
I'd like to know more about you, Solus.
Why?
You're an apostate, yet you risked your freedom to help the Inquisition.
Not the wisest course of action when framed that way.
I appreciate the work you're doing, Solus. I just wanted to know more about you.
I am sorry. With so much fear in the air. What would you know of me?
Have you always traveled and studied alone?
Not at all. I have built many lasting friendships. Spirits of wisdom, possessed of ancient knowledge, happy to share what they had seen. Spirits of purpose helped me search. Even wisps, curious and playful, would point out treasures I might have missed.
I don't know of any spirits by those names.
They rarely seek this world. When they do, their natures do not often survive exposure to the people they encounter. Wisdom and purpose are too easily twisted to pride and desire.
You're saying that you became friends with pride and desire demons?
They were not demons for me.
Meaning?
The Fade reflects the minds of the living. If you expect a spirit of wisdom to be a pride demon, it will adapt. And if your mind is free of corrupting influences, if you understand the nature of the spirit, they can be fast friends.
I'm impressed that you could become friends with spirits.
Anyone who can dream has the potential. Few ever try. My friends comforted me in grief and shared my joy. Yet, because they exist without form, is Cassandra defined by her cheekbones and not her faith? Varric by his chest hair and not his wit?
You have an interesting way of looking at the world, Solus.
I try. And that isn't quite an answer.
I look forward to helping you make new friends.
That should be... well...
That isn't quite an answer either. You said you'd traveled to many different places.
This world, or its memory, the best of the battlefields. Spirits press so tightly on the veil that you can slip across.
What made you start studying the Fade?
I grew up in a village, but as I slept, I treasured my dreams. Being awake, out of the Fade.
Did spirits try to tempt you?
No more than a brightly colored fruit is deliberately tempting you to eat it. I learned how to defend. I learned how to control my dreams with full consciousness. There was so much...
I gather you didn't spend your entire life dreaming.
No. Eventually, I was unable to find new areas.
Why?
2 reasons. First, the Fade reflects the world around it. Unless I... Second, the Fade reflects and is limited by our imaginations. We find interesting areas.
I wish you luck.
Thank you. In truth, I've enjoyed experiencing more of life to find more of the Fade.
How so?
You train to flick a dagger or an arrow to its target. The grace with which you move is a pleasing side benefit. You have chosen a path whose steps you do not dislike because it leads to a destination you enjoy. As have I.
So you're suggesting I'm graceful?
No. I am declaring it. It was not a subject for debate.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
Eu tô tentando outros romances porque na primeira vez que eu joguei eu fui com o Cullen. Só que se eu tentar com o Cullen, eu vou com o Cullen, porque tipo, o Cullen é o Cullen. Tipo, o Cullen é o melhor romance.
So, now that Cassandra's out of earshot, are you holding up all right? I mean, you go from being the most wanted criminal in Thedas to joining the armies of the faithful. Most people would have spread that out over more than one day.
I'm just glad I'm still standing after all that.
I still can't believe you survived Cassandra. You're lucky you were out cold for most of her frothing rage. For days now, we've been staring at the breach, watching demons and maker knows what fall out of it. Bad for morale would be an understatement. I still can't believe anyone was in there and lived.
If it was that bad, why did you stay? Cassandra said you were free to go.
I like to think I'm as selfish and irresponsible as the next guy, but this... Thousands of people died on that mountain. I was almost one of them. Even I can't walk away and just leave that to sort itself out.
I'm still not sure I believe any of this is...
If this is all just the Maker winding us up, I hope there's a... You might want to consider running at the first opportunity. I've written enough tragedies to recognize where this is going. Heroes are everywhere. I've seen that. But the hole in the sky... That's beyond heroes. We're going to need a miracle.
When there was no sky, Maker, you were the sky. When there was no earth, you were the earth. When there was nothing, you were everything.
If the Inquisition wants to field a decent cavalry, it needs better horses. I heard Seeker Pentagast might try to...
Expected you... How's the new gear fit?
Sturdy and warm. It's perfect.
Good. World's gone mad. Stock armor... My gear... So, you need custom work. Something special. You bring the...
If I want something, what can you make?
Start simple. Something to keep you safe. Take a look at it on the table there and we can talk. You'll need materials. You should have what you want just outside.
Can you help improve my arms and armor?
Yes. You find... You can't just slap a new hilt on your sword in the field. Bring it here, we'll...
Goodbye.
Right. You need something? Let me know. Another time, then.